Hey everyone, welcome back to today's Daily Bread. I'm glad you're here and I hope this gives you something good to carry through your day. Today's verse is John 13:14. It says, "Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet." So it means if someone does something good for you, you should do something good for them, for someone else. So that's what it says in the Bible. That's your guys' Daily Bread. And here's a couple verses you guys should read. Matthew 23:24, in the book of Job, and Genesis will help a lot, and the Ark of Noah, and how the devil tried to tempt Jesus. So Matthew chapter 10, and that's really all I really know. In the last two pages of Revelation, because we're living technically in the last two pages of Revelation right now. So I would look at them, and we should believe in the Christ, and we should get more into Bible studying and get more into church, and just pray to God a lot, and just get away from all these different stupid things, and just stuff like working for someone, all that. I mean, just give your time and your life to God, because someday there's not going to be no time left. When judgment day comes, none of the stuff in this world is going to matter. Money is not going to matter in this world at all. Money is the way to all evil. It says in the Bible too that money is the way to all evil. So don't be greedy at all. I mean, and like these different people keeps on going on the roads and doing this while people are trying to preach. No one likes, like, not that many people like the dang preachers. I don't know why. And then, well, these people on the roads do all this, and then people, they say they're Christians, but then their life doesn't display it at all. No faith in them. And so then, they're hating on the people who's walking on the dang street, but then when someone's preaching, they laugh at them. Literally laugh at the people who are preaching about God. But then they say they're Christians. That just doesn't make no sense at all. So we need to get reality checks, because this is just getting outrageously stupid in our life. That our lifetime has become so dang bad that, I mean, look at it. Look at everything in the world. Charlie Kirk shot. People getting killed. That week, like, it was so bad that it was, like, probably the worst week in human history. Probably the worst in human history. That's how bad it was. So we need to stop doing this, because ChatGPT, that stuff is actually bad. It actually made a kid, gave kids instructions to do suicide. So that's why I don't like using ChatGPT. I'll use ChatGPT for like a script when I can't really think of anything, or when I don't want to write something down. It gives me, because like I'm using right now in the intro, I was using ChatGPT. I have it on my screen right now. So yeah, so I would use, if you guys don't have a Bible or anything, I would either go buy one or go on the Bible app on your guys' phone or computer, whatever. I would go on the Bible app, the Jewish Bible, or a Haven Bible app. I would go on them too, because it gives both of them actually gives you verses and the book, and a lot of things. And the Holy Bible app too. I would get all them things, and just forget about all this other stuff. So I'm trying to bring people closer to God. So like Like I would donate at least 10% of your money to the church because it says in the Bible to do that. But then like people like I'm gonna expose a lot of people in this video. Like some of them I don't know their names, but one I know is Joel. I mean, all he really does is want money. I mean, when his mom came to my dad, maybe asking for money, I seen my dad gave the mom money, and then his mom went and gave his son the money, put it in their pockets for just to spend on them. I mean, they don't do anything with it, saying that they believe in God when they're just running this thing hustle like a gig. That's what they're all really doing right now, doing gigs and all this stupid stuff. I mean, who really does that? I mean, when Judgment Day comes, God's gonna look at them and He's gonna say, "Depart from me." That's what I truly think. But don't judge. But this is just. I mean, I'm not really judging personally. I'm not judging. I'm exposing this guy because he is using God, our Lord and Savior's name, for money. It's actually genuinely crazy that I don't think that's acceptable, but he's forgiven by God. So it's just I don't know. And people doing miracles apparently, even though that's not true at all, just doing something and saying like give your money to this guy or whatever, a preacher, and then he has a jet and showing it off, even though the people there they thought it was gonna make the church better, but instead the guy's buying it for his own dang use, not giving it to charity or any of that stuff. So that's why I like small loyal churches, not like huge church. I mean, I'm fine with like a medium church. We do have like a big church where I live, and also like a small church. I like going to the small church and like the big church. I don't really care because I know they don't use it for their personal use. Because we have like a couple, we have like a couple preachers, so it doesn't really matter. We have one preacher at the small church, while we have a couple preachers at the other church. And I just like small church because it's better. But then I also like big church, like medium-sized churches, like count big as churches, because I mean, it ain't that bad. It's just it shows money everywhere, but it's also volunteer work, so they're gonna need money so they can get their time, because people don't really donate. Also, I can also see why too, but then they also need to get it running so it doesn't close down at all. So they need money to get it running. But donate $10 to your, like 10% of your money to a church. Like let's say you make $1,000 a week, so you'd be making at least, let's see, maybe like you can't really make, let's say you're making $500 a week. So then, no, $500. Let's say making 700 a week. Yes, let's actually say, yeah, you're making 700 a week. If you're making 700 a week, you're making $100 a day. Give $10 to them. If you're making, let's say let's see, $1,000 a day, give like $100 to the people there, or like $10,000, $1,000. That's what you should be giving to the church. 10% of your money to your local churches. And the charity, I would donate like 10%. I would even maybe donate even more to charity and church. And I would donate into hospitals, like maybe like I would donate into Mercy, get people. But I like Mercy, but then also Mercy at the same time, they like don't really fix people. Like I don't really think they fix anyone. I mean, they probably know all the stuff. It's just they just think it's all money gig. So I don't really trust Mercy really at all. I don't trust them at all. So I like trusting actual good places that aren't straight up schemes and stuff. Like I don't really like Mercy. I like I would like other places. Like I like one where my grandpa used to go, but then yeah, they didn't. But then he got sent to another one, but they sucked. So I don't really know. I just personally me, I just don't like Mercy at all. Well, sometimes I do, but then sometimes I don't, because they can't fix people really. But they also try, but then they only do it for the money, because the whole entire point of it of doctors in their mind is to not fix them and say these different types of things that are not true. So then they keep on getting coming back in, and they keep on getting sick and sick. So you should always get the young doctors, because they don't know it yet. They don't know it yet. So always get the young doctor. The old doctors, no. Nope. Like the 30-year-olds, like the 40-year-olds, no. Never. I would never get them if I was loyal at all. I would never get them unless they were actually loyal. So that's why I just don't personally like people like that. But because they try to just get money gigs and more money. So, yep. So let's read actually some Bible verses. Let's read the book of Job. Let's read the book of Job. Where's Job? Past it. We're gonna go to Job right here. Job 3:5. Job right here. Job. In the land of Uz, where there lived a man whose name was Job. This man was a blameless and upright. He feared God and shunned evil. He had 7 sons and 3 daughters, and he owned 7,000 sheep, three those no, wait 3,000 camels, 500 yoke of oxen, and 500 donkeys, and had a large number of servants. He was the greatest man among all the people of the East. His sons used to take turns holding feasts in their homes, and they would invite their 3 sisters to eat and drink with them. When a period of feasting had run its course, Job would send and have them purified early in the morning. He would sacrifice a burnt offering for each of them, thinking, "Perhaps my children have sinned and cursed God in their hearts." This was Job's regular custom. Job's first test. One day the angels came to present themselves for the Lord, and Satan also came with them. The Lord said to Satan, "Where have you come from?" Satan answered the Lord, "From roaming through the earth and going back and forth in it." Then the Lord said to Satan, "Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil. Does Job fear God for nothing?" Satan replied, "Have you not put a hedge around him and his household and everything he has? You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face." The Lord said to Satan, "Very well then, everything he has in your hands, but on the man himself do not lay a finger." Then Satan went out from the presence of the Lord. One day when Job's son and daughters were feasting and drinking wine at the oldest brother's house, a messenger came to Job and said, "The oxen were plowing and the donkeys were grazing nearby, and the Sabeans attacked and carried them off. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, another messenger came and said, "The fire of God fell from the sky and burned up the sheep and the servants, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was speaking, another messenger came and said, The Chaldeans formed 3 raiding parties and swept down on your camels and carried them off. They put the servants to the sword, and I am the only one who has escaped to tell you." While he was still speaking, yet another messenger came and said, "Your son and daughter were feasting and drinking wine at the elder bishop, and suddenly a mighty wind swept in from the desert and struck the four corners of the house. It collapsed on them, and they were dead. I am the only one who escaped to tell you. At this, Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. Then he fell to the ground and worshipped and said, Naked I come from my brother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. Job's second test. On another day, the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came with them to present himself before him. The Lord said to Satan, Where have you come from? Satan answered the Lord, From roaming through the earth and going back and forth in it. Then the Lord said to Satan, Have you said to my servant Job, There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, and man who fears God and shuns evil. He still maintains integrity. Do you institute me against him to ruin him without any reason? Skin for skin, Satan replied. A man will give all he has for his own life, but stretch out your hand and strike his flesh and bones, and he will surely curse you to your face. The Lord said to Satan, Very well then, he is in your hands, but you must spare his life. So Satan went out from the presence of the Lord and afflicted Job with painful sores from the soles of his feet to the top of his head. Then Job took a piece of broken pottery and scraped himself with it as he sat among the ashes. His wife said to him, Are you still holding on your integrity? Curse God and die, he replied. You are talking like a foolish woman. Shall we escape good from God and not trouble? And this Job did not sin what he said. Job's three friends. When Job's three friends, Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Namathite, heard about all the troubles that had come upon them, they set out from their homes and met together by agreement to go sympathize with him and comfort him. When they saw him from a distance, they could hardly recognize him. They began to weep aloud, and they tore their robes and sprinkled dust on their heads. When they sat on the ground with him for 7 days and 7 nights, no one said a word to him because they saw how great his suffering was. Job speaks. After this, Job opened his mouth and cursed the day of his birth. He said, May the day of my birth perish, and the night it said, A boy is born. That day may it turn to darkness. May God above not care about it. May no light shine upon him. May darkness deep down claim it once more. May clouds set over it. May blackness overwhelm its light that night. May thick darkness seize it. May not be included among the days of the year, nor be entered in any of the months. May the year be barren. May no shout of joy be heard in it. May those who curse days curse that day. Those who are ready to roast Leviathan. May its morning stars become dark. May it wait for the daylight in vain, and not see the first day's rays of dawn. For it did not shut the doors of the womb on me, to hide trouble from my eyes. Why did I not perish at birth, and die as I came from the womb? Why were the knees to receive me, and breasts that I might be nursed? For now I would be lying down in peace, I would be asleep and at rest, with kings and counselors of the earth, who built for themselves places now lying in ruins, with rulers who had gold, who filled their houses with silver. Or why was I not hidden in the ground like a stillborn child, like an infant who never saw the light of day, where the wicked cease from turmoil, and there the weary are at rest. Captives also enjoy their ease. They no longer hear the slave driver shout. The small and the great are there, and the slave is freed from his master. Why is light given to those in misery, and the life to the bitter of soul, to those who long the death that does not come, who search for it more than for a hidden treasure, who are filled with gladness and rejoice when they reach the grave? Why is life given to a man who way is hidden, for whom God has hedged in? For sighing come to me instead of food, my groans pour out like water. What I feared has come upon me, when I dreaded has happened to me. By Judas has happened to me. I have no peace, no quietus. I have no rest, but only turmoil. Alright, so that was some of Job. I'm gonna stop there. But thank you guys for listening to my podcast video, and I will see you guys later. Goodbye.